Hello everyone and welcome to the Influencer Barbie channel. We have Miss Barbie Roberts and I am Barbie's assistant. My name is Beverly and I am an adult Barbie enthusiast. Welcome to our Barbieverse. We create content for people who love all things Barbie as much as we do. Now, Mattel has been releasing a bunch of new play sets and dolls recently, and two that they've introduced are for the Barbie Mysteries The Great Horse Chase television series that's on Netflix. And I recently saw that a second season is going to be released in August of this year. So that is something to look forward to for all the fans of the different Barbie television shows and movies. So the characters in that series, we have Barbie Malibu Roberts and Barbie Brooklyn Roberts in those. And I wanted to check out the dolls for that series and take a look at them and the different accessories that they come with. So let's go ahead and do that unboxing today. We'll start with Malibu. And there's some information about the doll and the different things that are available. I think we're going to have to check out the horse that is available for this play line just to see what that one's like. And I've never had a Barbie horse before, so that would be a fun addition to our collection of dolls and other Barbie items. So I can see that Barbie is held in place to the box with a couple of different straps. So luckily I've got my scissors here. And remember to always have adult supervision when using sharp objects. Okay, so here is the background for the box. We've got sort of a stable scene going on with some bales of hay, and it looks as though our horse ladies here have won some trophies for competing. And I was hoping that this doll would not be held in place with a prong in the back of her head, but she was, as well as quite a few rubber bands holding her hair in place. So I'm hoping that Mattel will figure out a way to hold the dolls in place without using prongs in the back of their heads. So, but let's take a look at her. So she has blonde hair, blue eyes, pink lipstick. You can see her teeth. She has a pretty good face screening. She might be a tiny bit pixelated. And it looks like her lipstick might have a tiny little smudge on it. But overall, pretty good. I think her hair is going to be need a little bit of styling right out of the box here. She has some longer pieces. But let's take a look at her articulation. She has movement at the head, the shoulder, the elbow, but not at the wrist, and movement at the hip and the knee. Let's see if she has movement at her ankles. She's wearing these really nicely textured brown knee-high boots. Those are really neat. I would have had to pick up this doll just for the boots, if for nothing else. Let's see, she does not have articulation at the ankle. So here's another look at her boot. And she is wearing blue stretchy pants with an elastic waist. And she wears a top that looks like a white button front shirt with an argyle vest over it, but that is printed detail. This is actually one piece with the little ribbon here tacked on. And it does Velcro in the back. And she comes with a pink riding helmet as an accessory. Let's see if we can put that on her. It's a tiny bit small, but I think we can kind of squash it onto her head. And somebody recommended that maybe using a hairdryer on these different Barbie hats would help to soften them up a little bit so that we can get the hats to fit on the dolls' heads a little bit better. So that is something that we will need to try out at some point. And I'm going to put her on a doll stand. This doll stand did not come with the doll. This is one that I had separately. Here we go. All right, now let's take a look at Brooklyn here. And she has the same information on the front and a picture of Brooklyn riding the horse. My box is a little bit bent, but I believe that Brooklyn here is still intact. So we'll get her out of the box. And let me know in the comments, do you have any of the Barbie horses that Mattel has done over the years? I think that a friend of mine had a Barbie horse back when we were kids many years ago. So I believe that Mattel has done quite a few horses over the years. Okay, and Brooklyn is also held in place with some elastic straps. And I'm not certain if you can hear, my neighbor's rooster is crowing, even though it is afternoon. I guess maybe Brooklyn and Malibu are going riding at a farm. Here we go, and Brooklyn has the same background for her box as well. And we'll take a look at Brooklyn here. So Brooklyn has brown eyes, brown hair and micro braids, and then she has some baby braids around her hairline. You can see that she has freckles, and she wears a slightly darker lip shade. You can see her teeth, and my Brooklyn seems to be a bit pixelated, or maybe she has some leftover powder on her face from the production. So, but otherwise, she looks like she has a good face screening. We may have to try to wipe off her face and see if we can get that little bit of sparkly stuff off of her face. So, but let's take a look at Brooklyn's articulation. She has movement at the head, the shoulder, the elbow, and again, not at the wrist. And she has movement at the hip and the knee. And we'll take off her boot. And she also has these really nice boots. Hers are not as textured as Malibu's boots. And so she does not have movement at the ankle either. And she wears pink stretch pants. Their pants are both kind of, just look like jodhpurs, but they don't have the extra bit of fabric on the thighs to be actual jodhpurs. And her pants also have an elastic waist. And just like Malibu's, her top is printed to look like a button front shirt with a vest over it, but it is also just one piece of printed fabric. And her top also has Velcro and a little bow sewn on the front. And Malibu's boots had a little rubber band around both boots to kind of help keep the slit and back held together. Brooklyn, at least my Brooklyn doll, does not have those little rubber bands, so her backs of her boots are kind of open, so it might help to get a little hair elastic, the kind that are clear and come in a box of different sizes, and then maybe we can kind of mold these back in place a little bit better. So, but I like her boots as well. It would have been nice if hers also had the same texture and patterns that Malibu's boots have, but you can see detailing around the top and then kind of a buckle detail and then seams down the sides. And her boots have texture on the bottom so that they'll be really good for walking in the stable area so that she doesn't slip. And they have a Barbie bee logo on the bottom. I don't know how easy that is to see. So we'll put Brooklyn. Oh, let's get her helmet as well. Brooklyn comes with a sort of aqua turquoise helmet that looks the same as Malibu's. And we're definitely going to have to try out the hack of using a hairdryer to mold these helmets to fit the dolls' heads a little bit better. And another thing that I've done in the past is to take a ping pong ball and put that inside a Barbie hat and then kind of squash it down a little bit, and that will help to enlarge the hat a little bit and make it fit a little bit better on the dolls' heads. And we'll put Brooklyn on her doll stand. Here we go. So Malibu and Brooklyn are both ready to go riding. And like I said, I think we are going to have to check out the horse that is available through this particular play line as well, just to see how well it works with the dolls here. Well, thank you very much for watching, and please let us know in the comments below what you thought of these dolls here today have you watched the Netflix series of Barbie Great Horse Mysteries? That would be interesting to hear who of our viewers enjoys the different Barbie television shows and movies that are available. And have you picked up these dolls or the horse or any of the other dolls available in the series? I'm curious to know what our viewers are collecting and doing with their dolls. So please remember to like, comment, share, and subscribe. It really does help our channel to grow. And once we hit some subscriber milestones, we plan to have some fun giveaways. And if you would like a chance of getting a shout out in an upcoming video, just comment below with the hashtag InfluencerBarbie. Thanks for watching, and we hope to see you in our next episode here in our Barbieverse. Bye-bye!